Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, or whatever time it might be at your place. Here we are, here's our zoo, and we are going to continue. This time from a very big house where I'm all alone. All went well though with the trip, and now wifey and little one are at the holiday spot, and I'm just home, and I have the zoo loaded up. And hello Kevbot, hello Roadhog, hello anybody else that is there. How are you all doing today? I hope everybody's fine. I can see Roadhog's been a bit bored because the race wasn't much. Well, I actually saw that on Belgian television, which I can receive here. There was a coverage of the race, so you could watch it. When, of course, finally the multi-million-dollar cars could ride because there was a bit of water on the track. And I lost it after 10 minutes because, boy, was it boring. I did do something else, but yeah, it wasn't much. Hello, Bluey Lane. Nice to have you. How are you doing today? All right, well, we have the entrance covered. We have the entrance building, sort of. We have this little way. We worked last time on this little decorative area here. And we've put in these cute animals. The African buffalo and, of course, the hog. The common warthog, which is nice. So yeah, we have this habitat. So one of the things we're going to do today is working on the ice cream stalls, for instance. Which is interesting because these are ice cream stalls. You can really see the ice cream, so that's cool. So we have to make something with this. And I think it should be fitting with the surroundings here. So we're going to probably do it in kind of the same color, so mud wall panels. And I think we're going to change the roads a bit. And we'll just see. We'll just have a lot of fun. Hopefully that's my plan for today. And of course, if you have ideas, suggestions, comments, anything, always feel free to let me know. I'm always interested to hearing some good feedback, so feel free to enlighten me with any of your ideas. Hey, Volodymyr, good to see you. How are you today? There we have Mr. Dying, Donny Danger. How are you doing, Donny? Did you finally get the achievement while I was having dinner? Or no luck today? I mean, I don't know, so... Let's see, because I'm missing stuff already in chat. Fantastic, I have my coffee ready to watch. Nice. Well, you enjoy your coffee. That should be nice. There we have the flamingos. Let me just quickly do these roads for now. And then soon enough we can really get to work on some other stuff. I mean, the black asphalt is quite boring, so I thought we had to change that. This already looks a bit more natural. Of course, right now we have a completely flat zoo. That's also something that I want to change up. I think we need some more elevation into the zoo. Oh, we can't... It has to modify the terrain, apparently. Why? Okay, well, you know what? No. Why not just delete this then? Let me just build a new road. How convenient. Well, that worked. That was good. 23, then I died. Ah, you had to get up to 25. That's so sad. That's so sad. Sorry to hear, mate. Okay, so these are we already have a small roadhog here. How cool. Look at that. Ah, let's unpause. Let's see him moving. There he is. Hello. Oh, there's two. There's two. Nice. Oh, I guess I now need to pause the game, otherwise we get way too many too quickly. So, alright. So, let's see. Let's start with this, this ice cream place. Let's go to construction. architecture. Then we're going to go to the mud walls, because that's what we have here anyways. And then there should be a shop front. See? And we can add that to the group, which makes it a lot easier to... it should make it easier to actually attach it over here. See? You can now get this in here. Is this the front that I want? How is it different from this one? I don't know. Oh, it's the base and it's the shop front. Do we also have one without these lines? Doesn't look like it. No. Alright. Alright. We'll get the... we'll get the shop fronts, that's fine. Then we have to get some side walls. Where's the proper side wall? Right here. Very good. Ooh, it rounds it up. That's nice. That's nice. I like it. Today was a very long weekend. Oh, wow. Why is that, Vlad? Oh, you had to work this weekend, didn't you? Oh, I hope it went well. Did it go okay? Somehow it withheld your message, Vladimir, so I put it through. Let's see. Oh, that's a big piece. Well, they also need to have an entrance or an exit, I think. That should be convenient, so... let's put this in, and then, of course... we put in a door, so that they can actually get in and out here. They probably won't use that, but of course we need that for the building's aesthetic. So this is now the shop, basically. Yeah, it's okay. Not special, but it's okay. Then, guess we have to work on some roofs for this. Well, we can just put this on. That should do it. The only thing is I can get it up this or not. I'm not sure this is how I want to see it. But what we can probably do, if we make the grid size smaller, we can make a little overhang or something. Yeah, I can only do that. Okay. Ah, this won't fit perfectly. Kinda don't like that. I kinda don't like that. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Let's move. No, no. Don't copy. Let's move these. At least we can create the overhang that I want, so that is something. So that the people can stand a little bit under a piece, and then we can just do it like that. So that at the front you at least have the overhang. That is something. Straw would be more authentic. I think you're right. Thanks for the... Although they don't have straw, they do have hay, I believe. Or what is it called? We have it right here. Thatch. Alright, let's call it thatch. Might work. There we go. Alright, we'll edit this group. We'll call it thatch. And there we go. And it fits with the roof that we had up there too. So yeah, this is a good one. Thanks, Vladimir. Thanks. I think we could still do an overhang though, but... Hey, Lame Aker, nice to have you. How are you today? Leuk dat je er bent. Hope all is well. Oh, this is just a cone, so that's not going to work out. This is also just a cone. Oh, this is very small, yeah. I wonder why it's not attaching to it. That's a bit weird. Now, which color thatch roof? We have this colored thatch roof on there. I just have to find the right piece so that we can attach it, but I don't see... Ah, yeah. Let's copy this one. Get out of editing this. Now we do still get the overhang a little bit, which is kind of what I'm looking for. So maybe we should go really big like this, but that's a bit too big, I think. We change the grid size though. We might be able to create a smaller overhang, just like this. Then we copy it, we rotate it around. Kind of do the same on this side, and then see if we have a fitting piece that will go in the middle here. Thatch roof curved, yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's the one. This is just thatch, that's palm thatch. Oh, we also have a squared one. Interesting. Plenty of options there. Let's go to this one, see if we can then find the pieces that we're using out here. Oh, this... No, palm thatch. This doesn't say palm thatch. And this says palm thatch, so I don't know why... Oh, this is the same. Okay, the color looks a bit different. That's what confused me. Okay, well, this fits in perfect. And with that... we now created a somewhat bigger roof so that you get some extra shadow. The thing now is, though, that it's completely open. So I guess we'll have to probably still use the mud that we did already to close off the roof. But yeah, we have to use the round pieces out here, of course. So that this will actually look like there is a roof that is fitting here. Okay. Okay. It's a bit tough to steer the corners right. Other than that, we are getting there. Although somehow this doesn't seem to fit properly. But it's about the idea right now. Just so that we create the idea of a roof. There's nobody that's actually going to see this. I am just the one that really wants it in there so that we have that roof. Yeah, now it's fitting. Alright, good. Alright, good. I want to see if we can actually... we move this and we've set the grid to... we can slightly lower it. I think that will make it look that much more interesting. Because you will see less of that roof. And it will make it a bit closer to the people as well. Yeah, I think this is better now that it's a little bit more hanging over the edges there. So I think this is cool. Alright, that's what we have now. All is okay. That's nice to hear. Good to hear. Everything's good. Will you be adding information signs? Yes, those are things we have to add too. Give it a flat roof first and then maybe it fits. Yeah, well, that's... I did it the other way around. But yeah, we have it and I think it fits okay now. Of course, it already has the store. The only thing is I did not put anything in here. So what we need to do now is find... We could probably do flooring. We didn't use round corners, so that's good. I'm not going to go with a mud floor, but I need to go for something that has stone in it, I think. Breeze blocks? No. European rustic stone. Oh, that might be a bit too much. Indonesian temple bricks. Oh, I think this kind of fits the idea of... Oh, but we can't move these as far as I want. We need to do this with walls, of course. Indonesian... I don't know how to type anymore. Let's go. We have to pick the ones that we can precisely maneuver, which is this one. So we'll have to make this flat on the ground. So let's put on the 45-degree angle snap, so that we at least can put this flat on the ground. Yes. Then we'll have to rotate it in a way that it'll be straight up with the building. So let's just move it out here so we can see whether it's straight up with the building. Because right now we can probably pretty much perfectly align this with the building. Let's see. Yeah, this will probably do slightly more, I think, and then it's perfect. Yes. And now we're going to make this one bigger. And then we can lower it to just above the ground. And then this will be the flooring. So you actually get the idea that there's a stone floor in here. So let's just go like this. Hope it fits in as well. And that we put it right, see? And now this is the floor inside the building. I have to get it forward as much as we can so that it just fits. There it is. And now this building, all of a sudden, has a floor in it. And now it looks like they're standing actually on that stone brick floor. So that's cool. At least I think that's cool. Let's go to... Let's see if we have some ice cream. No, we do have ice stuff, but no ice cream. But we do have an ice... Oh, maybe if I do ice cream. Yep, there it is. There it is. So we can now decorate this place up with all these different signs that we might have. I don't know if I like the names, but other than that, this can be interesting. Will you be adding information signs? Yes, I will. Or is my chat just repeating itself? I don't know. Something's off. Hope all is going well. Whoa, that's a huge shine. I'm not going to put that up. I think this might be... Oh, you can only rotate it upside down. Oh, that's interesting. X. 45 degrees, yes. X. Okay, there we go. Cosmic Cow. Apparently that's where we're gonna get our ice creams. Okay. This was a relatively small one. Which is interesting. I think this will work as well. I mean, we need more than just one sign, I guess, so... No. No. Why did it do that? Oh, no, 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 no. Sometimes I want to go back to how things were and then press that button, but it just doesn't do what you want. You can't always get what you want. Okay. Now let's move it. Let's move it to the back. See if it will fit properly. Cooper, nice to see you. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. Okay, we have to slightly rotate this in a bit like that. Yes. There we go. Now, I'm forgetting one thing, which are the awnings and facades, because we need to give this something that looks cool as an awning or a facade. You know, like... I don't know why they were rotated that way, though, but... Oh, we probably placed the walls inside out. That's the thing. Ah, that's the thing. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty big. We need a small one. Would be nice if we have one that actually kind of fits the idea of a... that looks cool, but that's not what I want. That fits the idea of a... Kinda... What do you call this? A... ice cream shop. That's the word I was looking for. How hard can it be to find the word ice cream shop? Well, pretty hard, I can tell you that. Okay, so we can put this up. But I don't like that one. No, I didn't want to put it up. I don't like it. Hey, Mike, good to see you. How are you today? Maybe get rid of the snapping. Well, the good thing with the snapping is usually that it will work quite well, but right now it just doesn't. But I think we're going to go with this one. Now, with the snapping now, if I put on the angle one, all I have to do is rotate this, and it'll be still in a perfect position. That is something that I do like, actually. So I am going to keep it on. Although we could argue that the overhang here already creates the thing that we want to create there. So we don't really need that. Let's continue back because we weren't done actually with the ice cream signs. I think we need this one. Copy and move. Let's just kind of move it over here now. And then put off the angle snap, of course. And then we'll just rotate it this way a bit. So that it fits on this side too. Although, wow, it's floating here. How's this one? Yeah, this one is way better. Although this one also needs to be moved back a little bit more, I think. A little bit more like that. That's good. And now we're going to try and position this one. Gotta cook. Take care, everyone. Well, you enjoy cooking, Donnie. Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. And we'll see you soon again, hopefully. Good luck next time you'll be trying your achievement hunt. We all know you can do it. Is it now good? Not yet. Okay, so we have 2 signs there now. Alright, that works, that works. Cosmic Cow sounds like Rabbit of Kirbanog. I don't know that one. I do know a Cosmic Cow, probably, I guess. Alright, so now what we need is guest stuff. Benches and security. Do we also... Yeah, here we get these lines, which is good. I like that. Guest ribbons. To tell the guests where to stand. There we go. guess we're also going to need some bins then. Oh, kind of fits there, so why not? Okay. Let's get back here and type in ice cream again, because we still had to put up these signs, but then I had to know where everything was going to stand, and then probably should put these signs up on this side of the road so that people can actually see this when they come near the should probably be placed on the road. And then when you come in, you see the signs. You can get your ice cream out here. We have some decorations up. So I guess this is okay. I kind of like this. Hope this is good. Any more ideas? Then let me know. If not, then this is probably going to be it. Although I think we should find something to put in here. But we can probably put in like a flower pot or something. I mean, this is probably really big, but something like that. Also to separate the two places and to cover up that stuff. So probably find something small that will fill that area. And make sure that you don't really get annoyed by this green stuff anymore. Question is there something to find? That's the question. Hey, Jon, nice to see you. Bonjour. How are you doing? I hope all is well. Very nice that you decided to pop in. That's a large one. Yeah. Oh, this might be one. This fits with the whole look of the bins as well. So we can probably just put this one a little bit to the front like this, so you don't see that green stuff anymore. And now we just need to find the right plant or something that can go in there like this, although it will cover up the sign, so we should probably get something low like this. Ooh, look at that. There you go. Now we covered up that area. I like that. That's good. Not too bad here. Thanks. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Now we still need something to put in here, although maybe some simple grass would do, but I don't know. This is also pretty blank, so we have to think about something there. Another thing we could try and go for is this, and cover this up with some plants on the side, so that you probably do it like this then, and then get some high plants in here. That will cover up most of that wall there. Yeah, let's place one on this side and one on this side, just to cover up the area a bit. We can put like some bamboo or something in there, or some reed, just to cover the area a bit. I don't know, let's go. Is there some nice bamboo? Ooh, that's a bit too much. This'll work. Let's see. Although it will be a bit too big, I think. Yeah, it's just slightly too high. What if we go with reed? But that's probably the same height. And of course, it's a bit of a weird spot for reed. So we need to find another pretty high bush that can go there, so that it covers up the area a bit, gives a bit more green and color to the area. That would be lovely. And of course, if you have ideas about that, let me know. If you see something that you think like, oh, you should use that. That's the reed that we're not going to go for. Yeah, that's a bit small. It's so hard sometimes to see the actual... yeah, this is the common reed. Could go with that, but oh, we could also try... oh, these are think they're a bit too wide to actually fit in this pot, so that might not work out. Or we have to do just one at a time. Then you only get the same sunflower over and over. Also not the nicest looking thing. Elephant's grass. Now that looks like an idea. Might be a bit too thick to do that one. We can just go with this one. How is this for height? Well, it's not bad. Just have to make sure that it doesn't look like it gets out of this on the front. So, I don't know. Or we should just not be too picky. That could also be... Alright, well that gives a lot of green to the zoo, which is something that I think is important. Lots and lots of green. And it helps cover up the area. So if you come here now, you can see you have the whole area completely integrated. And you have this covering up quite some stuff. And we could even continue it a bit. So to cover up this back area so that we don't have to do anything with it. Not sure still, but we'll see. Alright, let me go get some nettle. Why? Well, of course, around these things, there should always be growing some nettle. I don't know why, but it has to. It's a bit too high, though, so let's lower this a bit. I mean, there should always be a few weeds here and there in your zoo. Not gonna happen that there will be none of these weeds growing around somewhere, so you just need to get this stuff in. And I think it really will give you more of the feel that there's actually something here and happening, and so yeah, it's a bit of a big bush for just two pieces that come out of the ground here, but that's in the end still what I want. Otherwise it gets through the pavement. Alright, there we go. It's these little things that can make a big difference. Alright, alright. Don't place too much weight for visitors' reaction. Yeah, well, that's something. I think we can open the zoo soon and see how visitors will react, but I don't know. I think the visitors will be fine with this, and even if they don't like it, then they have to just go to another zoo, you know. I mean, I like this, so... that might be a bit harsh to say, but in the end, it's true, I guess. So raspberries are very efficient laxative, especially if there's a bear hiding in the bush. Yeah, well, I guess with a bear hiding behind that bush, there is a lot of stuff that's actually very good laxative. Oh boy. Rodog's pleasure is being locked in a tavern for 3 weeks. Misery is the same, but no bottle opener. Oh dear. High plants, weed. Yeah. Alright, hi, Body Shot. Nice to see you. Good morning. Enjoy your coffee. Guess you're ready for work, so that's not the most happy day. But other than that, I hope you are having a good day and that you're happy. Alright, let's just use the move button. I think we're just going to put one more in here. So that we cover up this area a bit more, because of course the background is pretty boring. Yes. And then we'll do one on this side too, I think, if it fits. Oh, it will. This way. And that way we have made sure that we covered up the background here. And we don't have to spend too much time on it. Of course, guests won't like it if there's just an empty space behind here. But now there is no empty space and you walk here and you're like, oh, what animal would be here? Wow, baby hogs. So I think this work out. This works out. Oh yeah, it's your birthday tomorrow, right, Bluey Lane, or is it the day after? Now I forgot. But I think it's tomorrow, right? Well, many congratulations. Happy birthday. Wishing you all the best. Will you be streaming tomorrow or Alright. I have to figure out something here, but we'll figure it out. This is all going to be this is all high wall, so we have to cover this up anyway. So this will be fine. And now we have the ice cream stalls. Let's unpause. Let's see how this goes. Only thing we haven't done yet is put in a door here. That's pretty bad. I mean, it's not that they will use the door. They will just hop over there because there is no path here. So they don't really need a real door. But of course, I want to put in a door. Let's see. Have to be a fitting door, but I don't know what kind of door fits with this. So we'll just look for one. Wooden door could work. North African door. Oh, this kind of seems like this could work. Although it's a bit too small. Oh, this is nice too. This would seem like an appropriate door for a mud place. Yes. This would seem to be an appropriate door. Yep, that's going to be it. Alright, we have a door now. Sort of. At least when you stand here, now you actually see a door in the background. So that is something, although it's not a perfect door, but it's better than nothing. The footpath. What do you want with the footpath then, Roadhog? Tell me about it. My birthday tomorrow. Yes, thank you. Ah, see, congratulations. Nice. Yes, streaming is a requested game tomorrow. Ooh. But I guess it's still a mystery then what the requested game is, or are you willing to share already? I mean, then we want to know. But I'll try to be there on a nice happy birthday stream. Okay, so we got the ice cream shop up and running. I think it's good. For the opening on the right. Here, a little foot. Oh, yeah, so to give them the feel that they can go there. I don't know if I can make a path that is that small. I mean, the width is already 4 meters. I mean, we could... This is the smallest path I can make. So... I'll just give it a try, see how it works if we do this. But I think... See, then the... Then this one will be on it. Not so sure about that. Not so sure about that. Hey, Ara! Nice to see you. How are you doing today? Not a very intense game to watch. A submarine race. So intense. Oh, wow. A submarine race. I'm missing chats here, I think. This is a good game to watch, but I didn't have the patience to play it myself. Moving things around and building is so much messing around. True. Very true. It is a lot of work, but in the end, I do like it. So, I'm still thinking about this, though, Rhoda. I'm going to leave it in for now. Guests can now also walk here. I have an idea, though. I have an idea. Parts. Let's get rid of this. Because what we did in here... is we made that path out of the Indian stones. And I can probably do something similar with that. Construction. Then we went to the Indonesian walls. So let's go to the wall. Yes, there it is. And then... Is this slimmer? No, it's the same. Okay. First of all, let's put this down on the ground so that we actually know how it will look. Yes. Then turn this off. Then we go like this. Because I think this might actually fit in here. And then we create a road like this towards the... I just don't know how to fill in this angle yet, but we'll get to that later. Because I think, yeah, this will go over the path. So that's the issue at the moment. But that's something that we'll work on. For now, this will at least give the idea that there is something of a footpath leading towards the door. And it's the same as the flooring. Okay. I think we can pull this off if we go with angle snap. And then turn it. And then first go here. And then turn off the angle snap again, of course. And now all we need to do is raise it slightly so that it goes over that. Yes. So that you can clearly see the different pattern. Yep, there we go. And this way we create a road that actually leads to the back door. Alright, that's a start. And then now... kind of hope we can juggle this piece around in such a way that we can still do the same thing with this. Although I'm not sure. Hey, Cirrus, nice to see you. How are you today? I hope all is well. I kind of hear the hogs in the background all the time, and they make, let's say, interesting noises. I think what we're going to do is something like this. So we'll make it align with the path. And then get it somewhat like this. So that it should kind of work, but not completely. I don't know. Something like this, yeah. Or over it, I don't know. I'll do it underneath. It at least generates the idea that there's a path here now. And it's actually fitting with these flower pots. So I think that's good. Spike got a bad belly at the moment. Really, that's so unfortunate. How did that come? Hope he gets well soon. We have a zoo, we have animals, but we did not open the zoo. So maybe we should open the zoo. I mean, happiness is now still 0, which is not something that we want, so... You know, let's open the zoos, get some guests in and see how that goes. If they actually enjoy it, if they have a great time and stuff like that. Oh, hear the music. They're waving at nobody because there are no guests yet. But yeah, I hope Spike gets well soon. Many guests think tickets are underpriced. How would they know? Nobody has seen the zoo yet. How do they know it's underpriced? Just by coming in here and watching this, I guess? Now we can already see that this is the shortest route really into the zoo towards the animals, because most of the people are taking that route. But other than that, some are taking this route. And they're already enjoying the first animals. See, this is what I wanted. You get into the zoo, and then they can already see some animals. They should now continue on. Go, go, go. Move, move, move. But there they are. Nice. I like it. I like it. It isn't better in a day or two. He's off to the vet. Ah, that's smart. Oh, look at that. We have a young buffalo too. And this one was jumping quite high. Wow. And we still have the twins here. Ah, so cute. So cute. So cute. I like it. Although overcrowding might be an issue soon in all these habitats. So we'll have to work on that at some point. For now, my dear lovely friends, I need another animal that we can put in the zoo. We have 3 habitats already. So what is going to be the next animal for our zoo? And while you will be busy with that, I'll be trying to work out some of the surroundings here. Is this the long piece? I think so. So yeah, let's duplicate. Let me see if I can... No, that's not what I wanted to do. I think we should start with the short piece here. Or not. No, I don't know. Going to start right here. So yeah, we can start with the long piece. There we go. Baby buff. Yeah, there's a lot of animals at the moment. Okay, so... let's start moving this into something of a position. Oh, we already went all the way here. Look at that. I didn't even know that. Then we can just continue. And of course, I will check the chat soon. And then we'll see. Okay. I think all we need to do now is just do this. Now we have to make this a fit somehow. Oh, people, get out of the way, please. Alright, let's pause a bit so that I don't get distracted by all these talking people and stuff. I think we can switch to the longer pieces soon, but for aesthetics purposes, these smaller pieces can help you get around curves a bit better, and it gives you more of the feel that there's actually a curve. So that's why I'm for now sticking to the somewhat smaller pieces, because that's a bit harder with the long pieces, of course. This is a bit more work though, and I totally get Jon's point that if you don't really have the patience to do this, then this game is probably not really your cup of tea. I think for me, I have this game for years already, and I was one of those people that just built standard habitats, not really made something special out of it. And until I really started putting in the effort learning these techniques, and that you can really move a lot of pieces around, you can use walls for streets and all that kind of stuff. Until I started doing that, I was just building the standard habitats with the standard fencing and all that kind of stuff. And it was nice, but you get bored after a while because every zoo kind of looks the same. And now that I actually do put in the effort, I enjoy the game a lot more. But yeah, you really have to put in the effort if that is something that you want. And if you either don't have the patience nor the time, or not interested enough in the game to put that in, then yeah, that's... you probably won't enjoy this too much. And if you get the base game and all the DLCs, that's quite an expensive thing. So you really have to make sure that this is what you want to put your time and money in to get the game. So, I mean, I do. So for me, it wasn't much of an of a thing. But yeah, if you don't, then... Played for a couple of hours. Yeah, well, I can totally get into that, Jon. I would too. Or in the beginning, I did it too, I think. I played for a couple of hours, had fun, and I don't know, maybe like 20 hours or something. Probably put some time in building a pretty decent zoo, and then you're like, okay, but every habitat looks pretty much the same, except for that you have just the basic different fences, like a stone fence, a metal fence and stuff like that. So yeah, it gets pretty boring at some point. All right, we already did that whole part, so that's good. We made a start. Let me check now what you all have been talking about. What are you thinking for the next animal? I don't have thoughts. I'm leaving it up to all of you. Just gazelles and antelopes. All right, interesting option. How the man-wolf had offsprings. I will see. I will see. The red flamingo. We already have the red flamingo, I think. I don't know if it's the red flamingo, but we have it. A tiger to give gazelles a bit of an exercise. Roodbuik-aras. I don't know if those are in the game, but yeah, we have the I know this. Oh, this is the American flamingo. This is Leandro. Meet Leandro here. So we do have flamingos. So that's already a thing. And for those that don't know yet, this is what we built so far. A place for people to get some ice cream. Never played cards with the big cats. Some of them are cheetahs. Nice. A zoo close to where I live have 4, maybe 5 white tigers. Oh, wow. Stokstartjes. I guess the translation is lemurs. Alright, let's head over here to the maned wolf. See if they had offspring yet. I think so, because there's 3 now. So here we have an adult 4 years old. She's an outsider. We have a maned wolf 7.3 years old. And we have one 12 years old. So I guess... Oh, we are already playing in year 12. Wow, the speed's going fast. We are just unpaused for a little bit. Okay. So yeah, they already had a kid, so that's something. Your type of play works better with sandbox mode as opposed to having earned money first. Very true, very true. And that's also what this is about for me. So we can play this way simply because I know I have infinite money and we can just build a nice zoo. So that's why we do this. If you want to build a zoo where you actually have money and stuff, then yeah, you have to play it differently. That's for sure. And I could do that too at some point, but meerkats. All right. Well, we have some options. Gazelles, antelopes, flamingos. We have a tiger, but I don't know. Tiger's pretty big habitat, and I want to build some roofs and stuff, or some how do you call that? Some mountain and stuff in there. Hippos, meerkats, hyenas. Meerkats is a good shout. Yeah, I think we can go for some meerkats somewhere. Question will be where. So this is going to be a patch of nature. This is going to be some nature. Here we have these. Could go with the meerkats on the back of this. Now the meerkats don't need that much space, I think. Let's go to yeah, animal trading. Reset all filters. The meerkat, there it is. And now let's do the Zoopedia so we can get some information. If we have 4 and a few kids, we only need 250 square meters. So we don't need that much space. Maybe get some Internecivius raptus. I don't know who that is, but sound like something bad. 250 square meters. They don't need any other stuff. They need a 1.2 meter fence. So we can go with some low fencing. I think some glass so that you can clearly see them. We have to create some elevation in their habitat. And I think one of the things we can get is probably in habitat. is something like a viewer hole so that few people can watch inside the habitat. Is that in here? I've never... Oh yeah, here it is. A viewing dome. So you build a viewing dome, you have to give it an entrance somewhere, and then people can actually get into the viewing dome, I think. I don't actually completely know how that works, though. Place the dome entrance. So yeah, we have to build an entrance somewhere for the dome, and then... I guess people should be able to then enter and get into the dome. So that would be nice to put in the lemur habitat, I guess. So we'll see. Hello, Jay Clem. Nice of you to join us. The African penguin. Ooh, I want to try and make an area where we can have multiple animals that also fit with that. But I'll keep that because the penguin is really cool. Let me quickly check the African penguin. Zoopedia. See, they do need water, and I want to build a few habitats next to each other that also use water, so that you basically walk by an area where you have like maybe the otter and stuff like that. So we'll get to that. I think this could be a nice spot for the lemur. It doesn't need a big space, so let's build a null barrier to see how much space we actually are going to need. I have no clue how big something like this is. So let's just give it a an entrance and then just see how big this is. I have no clue. This is already 392 square meters. So this is already big enough for the lemur habitat. And then we can do another one out here. I think that would be fitting. I just don't like the door on this side though. So yeah, let's get rid of the door. I guess if we build another habitat out here, we should probably get the door somewhere here. And then we can get the other... that doesn't fit apparently. Oh yeah, there's one already. Good. Then we can do another door somewhere here if we build the next habitat. So let me just humor myself. Build another habitat around here. At least something. This isn't going to be the precise habitat, of course, but this gives you an idea of what's coming here. And then we should be able to put a door up here as well, so that we have two doors here for the keepers to get to at some point. We'll have to get a roadway there, but that should be okay. Alright, that'll be interesting. Guess we're going to have to build another fence, mostly with glass. And I think with mud, because we already have the mud here. So let's check the mud. What do we have in terms of the mud that we can use for that? Yeah, this is a bit big. How high is this? 4 meters. But this is the smallest one, apparently. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. I'm going to put down a 1 meter fence here. Why? So that I can see what 1 meter is, because these animals need 1 meter 25. So I'm going to lower this and keep it a bit higher than the 1 meter one. Then we know how high it should be. Probably something like this. Or not. Oh, this is way too high, actually. Something like this. Yeah, this should do. Okay. Let's just place it. Now we can get rid of this one. And now we have the right height. And then now we're going to put in some glass. But I do really like the idea of the African penguin. So we'll work on that. Just not right now. Right now we're busy with this one. This is very long. It's 4 meters long. It's 1 meter high though. Yeah, 2 meter. It needs to be slightly higher, of course. Oh, but we can easily fix that too. Okay. I have an idea. I don't want to go too long with this. So that we have some more space for curves and stuff. So we're going to go like this. To make it fit in though, I like that. Let's slightly lower it and then we'll put something over there. Let's see if I can copy and do this and then put on the angle snap. We're going to rotate it like that. Then get it up. Like this. Will it fit? No, not perfectly. It's too big, actually. Oh, that's kind of sad. It's too long. Wish it was a bit smaller. Because then we can make this a perfect fit so that there will be something of this underground. And then... well, I think we can pull it off. I have an idea. Is it fitting? Looks like it is. So let's go. And then what I'm just going to put this one out. Oh, no. Stay where you are. I just wanted to do this. Okay. Well, that's a start of a fence. Hey, Cat, nice to see you. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. Here, all is well. I have to net my mom's garden off so a cat can explore the garden. Not sure how high he can jump, lol. Well, we have some wooden fencing around our garden that's 2 meters high, and the cats easily jump up it. So, not our cats, it's our neighbor's cats. So you probably have to get something pretty high. Alright, I don't think we have anything with mud that will fit on this. Nope. So I think we'll have to get something wood-like. Preferably something like a wooden beam or something. Let's just scroll down and start from the top and work our way up so that we can find something that... Can we color this, by the way? 4 meters, 2 meters. I think it should be 4 meters probably. But this is too thick. I want to have a way smaller beam. Can we color this? No. Okay. I guess if we get a very small beam that we can actually color as well, we might be able to put it over here. And then I have a little bit of an overhang with it, but that's fine. This actually looks pretty cool. Oh, it's a bit bigger than expected. But I think we can pull this off. And we can still give it another color. Okay, okay. Let me just try. This is slow build anyway, and trial and error, so... I'm not a big fan of the color right now. I don't think it fits with the earth tones that we have so far. Oh wow, isn't it completely the same? Like it's in the middle here now. And it's in the middle there too now, okay. So now, can we give this something of a mud color? Oh, I think we're getting pretty close. Yep. Okay. Let's just go stand right here so that we can see if it's a perfect fit or not. No, it's not a perfect fit, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. So this will be the low fencing. So the kids can stand behind this and watch, and the adults can just look over it. So hopefully this works. And I hope you all like my fence, people, because this, I think, is what it's going to be right now. Yeah, let's just copy and move. Now, of course, it moves up. That's something that always happens. Now we have to just lower it again. The problem is now I don't know the correct height anymore. Ah, yeah, we can go pretty low. We can go pretty low. Oh. Let's get rid of the angle snap now. Okay. So we'll now have to work our magic to make this look cool, and then we can do the null barrier later and attach it properly and stuff. But I think this is a barrier that is going to work for the lemurs, or the meerkats, sorry. Use the proper naming, of course. Oops. I wanted to press the X and not the other button. Yeah, this is, if the corner is too sharp, it's not really going to work. So we might have to just get the edge of the corner. That usually helps. See, now it fits better than when you keep the edge too sharp. Is that dinner? Now she's begging for some of Mom's. I've escaped upstairs. Well, glad to hear that the dog is doing good, though. Now we still have to find a way to make that interesting dome-shaped thingy work. Is there anybody in chat that has any experience with that? I don't have any experience with it. I don't really like the big portal that we have to place somewhere, so I don't know how that's exactly going to work. It doesn't look that awesome to me, so it'll be a big structure that we have to put down somewhere. Maybe we can hide that a bit, though. That would be nice. Okay, so now we're placing the barrier here. It's okay if it's a bit bigger than what we had in mind. It's fine. I'm still interested. I can't keep the idea of the penguin out of my head. I do want to get penguins in here. In the zoo. Not in this habitat, of course, but in the zoo. Okay, well, at least this fencing should provide the meerkats with some privacy. Which will keep them happy. I think. I don't know how much they will get, but... Oh, and we still have to find a solution for around the door, I guess. That might be something to take into account. How are we going to work out with the door? But we'll figure it out. What's the fence doing? Ah, it's going that way. Okay. Okay. Let's rotate it outward a bit then. Kinda hoping that by accident this might fit closely. Well, it's not too bad. I think we can build a gate around that. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so this is where the guests are actually going to walk. This is not where guests are going to walk. So what we can probably just do... Copy that one. And see if we can somehow fit this in here. And I think this will actually fit quite good. Just the barrier is a bit annoying me. Yeah, let's start with that piece, then go here. Press delete. And then we're going to go this way. And we'll press delete. We'll have to do the null barrier again anyways, because we have to fit it right through there. And now that it's out of the way a bit, I can more easily place this. But it kind of looks like this is actually going to be a very good fit. I like it that you can still see where the door is attached. And it works on here. Alright, alright. Center the door on the glass piece by moving the door itself. Yeah, we can do that too, but I think it's also nice to sometimes struggle a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just sometimes I think this is nice. But that is actually a good tip. You can, of course, move the door. But we still have to get a high area around the door because I like that more than a low area. Another thing we can do now is just duplicate this piece. And just put this right up next to the door as well. As you can see right now, we can't see the things keeping the door in place. So if we do it like this, that's better. Okay. And then from here on out, we'll just rotate it again. Get it into the lining here. So, oh no, I have a better idea. Because it needs to be slightly bigger to attach onto the place here. So let's just go like this. Yes, there we go. And now we can just copy this piece again and continue on around here. And I guess in this habitat then we will also get an animal that suits with the mud. So it has to be kind of the same kind of animal again. I have to, right now, highlight barriers off. I want that off for a bit so that I can see if this actually fits now. So we'll have to get another muddy animal next to this habitat. Is this a fit almost? There we are. There we are. We're not going to make this perfectly straight, but we're also not going to make this overly difficult. So let's just go like this, then rotate it a bit. Move it in so that it fits. There we go. And almost there. Almost there. There we are. Alright, so the habitat wall is up. I think it'll fit nicely with the other animals, so that's at least a good thing. And then we'll see. What did you replace it with? Oh, I don't know. I missed some stuff. Yeah, it's what I've been running on my YouTube studio on every Monday. There's a lot, but to manage it. Ah. Yeah, cat streams are great and very nice. That's true, Cav. To get the high area, just raise the fence piece after deleting the glass. Yeah, we could do that, but I like it this way now. Now you can distinctly see the difference between where people can actually watch and just the mud, a higher wall. So now we'll have to work on the barrier. and actually extend the existing null barrier. 2 meters might be a little bit too less, but we can do it 4. Let's do a 3. We can just stick with 4 and then we can move them over a little bit later. Let's attach, and now if you click this one you can just move it into the right position so that the actual null barrier is in your barrier so that they will never get the sound of escape. Because right now on some areas you might get the sound that your animals escaped. Because then they're standing in an area where it's not completely covered. Oh wow, I actually kind of followed the barrier here. Look at this, I did better than expected. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Well, this works. Move this one already a bit for the next animal. And then we'll see. Alright. I never understood how to use the null barrier. Well, basically what the null barrier does is tell your animals that there's a barrier here. But they can walk through it. So basically you create a barrier for the game mechanics. So this now counts as the barrier. But the animals can just walk through it, and then you can build your own barrier in it. Of course, normally you use one of the other barriers and you build a barrier with that. So with a null barrier, you can actually make sure that this wall now counts as a barrier. Otherwise, it won't count as a barrier. Alright, we can remove this because we have it all there. What was your question about dome building? I missed it. Well, I've actually never built a dome. I saw now that with the dome you have to build the entrance, but this is a huge ugly building and I kind of don't want to build such a huge ugly building. Is there another way to do this? Or do I really have to build this massive ugly place to get a dome entrance? That kind of was my question. Terrain. Let's go with the short grass and the huge size so that I can get rid of all the high grass here. That helps me to arrange the habitat in the end. So there we go. I do want to create elevation in here. Not, of course, so big. But I kind of want to create like some sort of a hilly area here for the animals. Okay, there we go. I think this is nice. I think around the edges we need to slightly lower it. Maybe give them a very small area here where we can put some water in, maybe? So that they can have a natural drink. I won't know if they like that. I don't think I like it though. Let's just move this back. Yeah, there it's better. Okay, so we have the mountain here. So one other thing we can then get is that viewing dome. How nice would it be if we can put that up here and then people can just watch the animals like they are inside this hill or something. Would that be interesting? Okay, so that did something to the terrain. So I think we will now have to work on the terrain a little bit more to... Right, it is raising some areas, but not others. Well, we'll see. We might just have to get some lemurs in first soon so that we can actually see what they like and how they want that. And we might be able to give them that. Let's go away with the path a bit. Let's start out here now. Create. No. No, no, no. We need to start out here so that we create the path right where we want it to be. Now I changed the height. I don't want to do that too. So here we go. Now it should be back to normal height. Here we go. Now they can walk all the way around this. They can get all the way up there. Okay, cat, we'll see you soon. Okay, there they are. Alright, so we have the viewing dome. We now just have to build the entrance as well somewhere. I hate that big building. I don't know why they would do it that way, but okay. Let me just get a few meerkats in so that we can see what they actually want and need and how it looks in their habitat. So, you know what? Let's just get to the Zoopedia and see what they like. 2 to 30, up to 20 males, up to 20 females. The male bachelor size group 2 to 12, female bachelor size group 2 or 3. So 2 males, 2 females should work, I guess. That's exactly what we have right here, so let's just adopt them all. And send them to the zoo. Right, let's unpause so that we can get them in, and then we can start to... They are carnivorous mole mutants. They get to the ostriches underground and bite off their heads. Well, that will be interesting. So I kind of hope not. But yeah, could be. Who knows? We'll see. Hide the entrance in trees, bushes, or whatever. The thing is hideous. Yeah, I know, but that's actually probably a good idea. So what we can do, the path ends here anyways. We can probably just make a continuous path around the other habitat too. And then somewhere here we'll put it behind bushes and stuff. Or maybe I can build something of a decorational house. And we put that in the house so that you don't really see it. It's just like a decoration up there. Something like that. I don't know. We'll find a way. I think that's a good idea, Roadhog. The female is dominant. Ah, okay. Interesting. Alright, the terrain is not very suitable. They need... Oh, they have way too much short grass. They need a lot of sand. So I guess let's get started on the sand. And then they'll probably need some other stuff too, but we'll start off with the sand. And then from there we can continue. I do like the fact that we put in a little hill. I think that'll also help with viewing them sometimes. Although this habitat seems quite large for the amount of animals that we'll get in first. Only 4. But I guess that might give them an incentive to start reproducing soon. Alright, so we have the sand now. And they also require some soil. So, oh, this actually doesn't look too bad. It kind of blends in with the sand. So, I guess on the mountain is the actual sand. And then around we can make this soil. And now the terrain is 100% fitting for them. That's nice. Let's see, you can place a normal habitat entrance on a null barrier and build around it. if this is what you're asking. Build the dome. Yes, we've built the dome. Place a null barrier where you want the entrance. And then edit the dome around it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. English is not my first language. That's probably part of the problem. I don't understand. But we'll get to that soon. Let's first make sure that they actually enjoy their habitat. So this is good. They do like some coverage. So let's get some coverage in and of course habitat stuff. And for that we need to get the species in. Now I wished that if I press M now it would just go straight to M so that I could select the meerkat. But there we are. Water jet rock. I don't know about that. A water jet. Water pipes. Well, you know, a water bowl would be nice. And this is a food tray. A water trough, yeah. Alright, let's put up 1 or 2 food trays. I don't really like the food trays, but, you know, they need to eat and stuff, so probably not a lot of choice. Probably won't fit in this area because of the hilliness. Yep. That's all not gonna work. Well, one should do, so why bother with more? Can we fit this one in here, or will that also not work? Nope, that will also not work. Okay. Okay. Well. Works right there. So there it is. We have the water bowl and the food bowl. Water jet rock. What does that do? I guess it jets water up. Inaccessible. Item is not accessible to any animal. Consider moving it away from obstructions. Well, this is right where it's supposed to be. You see, it's accessible. Okay. So it's a meerkat enhancement. I guess they now will really enjoy having a water sprayer. I didn't know what it was. I never built one. But if it's a water sprayer like that, we can probably put it somewhere in the front here so that people can actually see it spray out there. Meerkat has joined the pack. Oh, nice. Let's see, because this looks nice, but it's not nice enough. So let's go to nature. Get to rocks. And we have the desert and the grassland rocks now. Yeah, that might be slightly too big. Yeah, this is the right color because I want to cover this a bit in the rocks. Oh dear, they really need to add some smaller rocks into this game. They really do. I mean, these are just all huge. How can I build a nice rocky place with all these huge rocks? Okay. Oh well. Je moet zorgen dat je bezoekers bij je globe kunnen komen. Wat bedoel je daarmee? What do you mean with that? To my globe? I don't know what my globe is, actually. Kind of hope they can still access this if we do this. But we'll figure it out. Yeah, let's rotate it like this so that it will look completely different. And then see if we can actually fit this in somehow. Because now we're hiding this thing a bit more. And it looks a bit more like a natural area, I think. So I kind of like that. I do think we need more rocks for these creatures, though. Needs to be a few rocks sticking out. Give you the idea that they actually live on something of a rock. So there's some rocks underneath the sand. Okay. Well, it's a start. Now let's go with some planting. I guess they also need plants. Ellen. Steve. Looks like Planet Crafter. This looks like Planet Crafter. I don't know. I don't think so, but okay. Cacti. That seems like something for a desert-like area. That seems a bit dense. Okay, there we go. At least we now have a cacti area. I do have to get going to see what the plan is today. Really nice. Alright, well, thanks so much. Have a great holiday tomorrow. We really all hope that you enjoy and that you have a fun day. And of course, if we can, we will be there to watch you stream during your birthday. So thanks so much for popping in. It is much appreciated. Right, let's get some grasses in here. I'm not sure I'm understanding your question. Okay, so let me make it clear so that you can hopefully help me out. We have the dome here. We now have to build this, the viewing dome entrance. Does this actually need to be attached to this null barrier, or can I, like, place it here and then still attach it to that dome? So I'm just going to place it right now. If I place this right here, will this one work with that one? Or doesn't it work that way? Do I have to actually attach it into... Oh, habitat missing entrance. Place dome entrance. So I have to attach the dome entrance to the habitat. So I'm going to have to put up this hideous, ugly building to make this work. Why? Why did this have to be so huge and so crazily ugly? I don't understand. This is usually such a good game. Couldn't they find a normal way to make this? Oh well. I guess we'll just leave it with the dome for now and then have to figure out the way to put that in later. Still need to put in a lot of stuff here, so let's work on that. I guess we need some more grasses here to cover the ground a bit. Not too thick. Just to cover it a bit like this. Especially around here, because there is some water source spraying here, of course. So having a bit of grass around here would make some sense. I think at least so. Okay, so I understand how it works now, that building. It has to be attached to the actual building. Okay, alright, I'm going to place a little bit of green grass around here. So that you clearly see that there's water being sprayed there. And it gives it a bit of different color. There we go. Now, it would also be nice to get one or two... Ooh, that looks interesting. I was going to say, it would be nice to get some trees or something that will cover up some of the areas and give this place an interesting idea. Or an interesting feel. Well, this works. Although, yeah, that's a bit too big. Can't the shape building hide that entrance? Well, the thing is, it's a structure. So even if I put something in front of it, we will still see the big, huge, concrete thing around it, which is okay. But we have to make sure that, like, we put it in a habitat like this. And then we build something of an area that can probably be the keeper's entrance and stuff. And then hide it in there as well. So we're going to use a dome. Just not in this habitat then, because it will not work with this animal right here. We're going to use it. And I'm going to find a way to incorporate it then into the whole place. But for now, this one is just not working out. So we're going to do it differently for this habitat, but we're gonna use it at some point. I can tell you that. Ooh, dry bush. Nice. Desert ironwood tree. Okay. Don't know how much stuff we should put in though. Probably not too much. Maybe some of this grass that just comes above the ground like this a bit here. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, hide it best you can. Sucks, I know. Yeah, it is. It is a bit. I don't know. I think they can do better with that. But hey, it's nice that it's in. It took them a long time to actually get something of a structure in the game like that, so I guess we should just be happy with whatever we get, but okay. Nah, that's not working. What else? Maze. Yeah, that's not really what I want to go for. This is another very interesting bush. Hey, they dug a hole here. Cool. Oh, they've been digging holes everywhere. Nice. Some rich shrubbery out here in the corner. Okay, so I don't think we should put too much stuff in this because these are like desertly animals and stuff. So I think they already have way too much greenery and such around. I don't think we can build them a burrow, so we don't have to do that. But we did create a meerkat habitat for them, which I hope you will enjoy. I mean, it seems like they are enjoying it. And we see the hog running there, by the way. Enrichment is pretty low. Food enrichment. Well, I don't think they have any food enrichments. See? It's interesting, because I would think something like the... insect wall or something would suit them. But apparently that's not something for these meerkats. So, I don't know. I can't really make them happier than they are already because we don't have a lot of enrichments for them. Would wonder why. If we go for something like with insects, so they probably ate fruits or something. Let's turn off the meerkat. Yeah, they won't like the scent stuff. They won't like a burrow, bamboo feeder. That's probably nothing for them. Oh, it's probably called the termite thing, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, a natural termite mound. You would think that would be something that these animals would actually enjoy, but... See, they don't. It doesn't have an effect on them, so that doesn't work out. It's sad, but... Ooh, termite mound, tree forager, tool puzzle feeder. Who knows? Who knows? Let it go for a moment, please. Oh, you just want to keep time going for a moment? I will. Look at all the people standing here. They're enjoying it. That's nice. Look, the adults can really look over it and the kids can look through the glass. I like it. I like it. So yeah, here we are. With the meerkats. And let me use this time to say thank you all so much for being here. It is so much appreciated. Really happy that you all show up here. So thank you very much for that. Thanks for giving me a great time. And thank you all for being so nice and friendly in chat. That is all much appreciated. And of course not taken for granted. So thank you. And well, we're going to continue. But I just wanted to say that. Alright, look at that. The park is filling up. Why are you standing there looking there? The animals are here. Getting pretty busy though. 59 people in. Wow. That's a lot. Okay. Oh, look at them all swimming. Ooh. I have to say, animal-wise and with all the detailing and stuff, I think they did a great job with this game. I mean... They all look very cool and natural, and actual movement's pretty nice, so I like that. Look at this, like the ears moving, their tails wiggling and stuff. I mean, they did a great job this game on that front, so... Alright, so... I'll leave it at this. Please rate my meerkat habitat, people. What? Out of 10 points, what points would you give it? I will take a sip from my drink and then we'll go over the scores. And feel free to give me any feedback on this. Alright, 11, wow, thanks Cooper, Kev 9, Rodog 8.7, Volodymyr 9, Cat at 10, wow, you're all too nice people, you're all too nice, I mean, there's probably some stuff we could do better, but yeah, thanks so much, it is much appreciated, I like that. Okay, so, I think it's time to work a bit on the entrance area, because... I mean, I like the whole stuff here, but we have to decorate this up. We started with that a bit already, so I think we should... Would it be an idea to examine a zoo I created and adapt it together? I don't know why that wouldn't be an idea. Do you mean that you will be doing a stream of yourself and then... we interact with your zoo and we tell you what to do? Or is your idea to send me a file so that I do it on stream and we work on your zoo? Or what's the specific idea? Maybe some toys to play with. Did you mean for the meerkats? Kev? Okay, I'm going to put this right through the sign. And then... just move the sign a bit. Sorry, not the right place to ask. It is the right place to ask. I'm just wondering what your exact idea is. Like, if you have created a zoo and you would like it to be showcased, you can just send me the file or share it online, I think. And then I should be able to load it in and we can all watch your zoo, and we could all together give feedback on it, and then you can do something with that or not. That's up to you. Or you could send a zoo and want me to work on the file so that I actually do some work on the zoo to make it look different. That's a possibility. There's lots of possibilities. We can talk about anything. I'm not saying that we're actually going to do it, but we can talk about the ideas and then we can agree on what we're doing then. But I like new ideas, so please, if you have a great idea for something, come up with it. I know that I will soon be showcasing a very nice ostrich town in a video from somebody else, not giving everything away, who played the game for 200 years, which is a very long time. And then I'm just going to showcase the amazing town that's created and how it works and stuff. So that's the thing that we're gonna do. And so there's lots more things that we can do. Just give me great ideas. And don't hesitate or think like, oh, it's probably a bad idea, never mind. Feel free to share your ideas. We'll see what we can do with it. Okay, so this area is okay for now. We just have to put in the plants. Kev asks for toys for the meerkats. Yeah, well, the thing is, if we click the species, they don't have toys that they will enjoy. Of course, what we can do is just find some manual toys and put them in. See if they will still use them or not. But in terms of the gameplay, it says that there are no toys that they will enjoy. So that might be something. We could try... build them a climbing thing, maybe. Shall we try that? I have an idea. Climbing platform, 1 by 1, 2 by 1. Okay. Let's just go up like this. Hit the X, rotate it so that they can at some point just walk on it, I guess. Because maybe we can create something for them. Probably should go a bit like this, yes. Because now they can just get on this, okay. This could at least be something that we just... yeah. We have to move this, but it's going to be a bit hard to move. Lower it a bit. Copy. Do another one, lower it a bit so that it supports it. There we go. Because this can be the start of a little climbing thing. You know, oh, no, that's the wrong. I just wanted to move forward. Okay. So we can build a little bit of a climbing place here. Yeah, I should probably put this... How do I make this nicely go around the corner? Oh, I have an idea. Because since they can climb this anyway, let's remove these. Do it slightly different. Use some bigger poles. Let's go like this. And then now, yeah. We can just put this on top there. So they can climb on the first piece. Climb either up or just jump on it. Go to the next piece. And then we can probably do something like this. And then create a way for them to go down again on this long piece. So we'll put it something like this. And up and like that. And then down far enough so that it fits in the ground. Yes. Slightly further. Slightly more up there, like that. Slightly down. So now they can just walk on, hop up, and go there. And we can make them go even higher by doing it a bit like this. And then they will have something like a vantage point. So they can go multiple ways. And now, all of a sudden, they have a climbing place here. I just hope they don't jump over the fence now. But we'll see. I don't think they actually need this kind of stuff. But it would be fun to actually see them use it. There's one. Is he actually going to... Oh, this actually worked as food enrichment for them. This thing, this bamboo thing. So they just need another toy, although it's not listed. Oh, wow. How big do you think these animals are? Well, they're small, but this is the smallest piece I can use, so, you know. And they need a place to sit and stuff. I know, they're small animals. A block of frozen fruit. Oh, well. That's big. Dog bowl. Well, I don't know how big that dog is, but it has to be a huge dog. A grab bowl. Yeah, they can't grab that. A hammock. That's huge. This should come in sizes. You can just tell them, like, I want a very small one or a very big one. Oh, a watermelon. Do these eat food? I think so. That's still not a toy. Piano. That's dumb. I don't want that. Kittle feeder. Rubber duck. Look at how big the rubber duck is. That's not working out. A scarecrow feeder. Alright. Well, there are plenty of toys. Small bowl. It says a small bowl. Look at how big it is. I want an even smaller bowl. Do they have smaller bowls? I don't know. Toy puzzle feeder. But it's a feeder again. We need to stay away from the feeders at some point. Submarine buoy. Oh, wow. Wow, that's huge. That one's actually small, but it's a feeder. I don't want another feeder. Oh, a mirror mobile. Maybe they like that. That area is already pretty filled up. Can we set it up somewhere like here? Yes. Let's rotate it. Oh, wow. It completely wrecked the countryside there. Yeah, it completely destroys my hill. Maybe I should put it on top of the hill. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It just destroys whole areas. That's better. Alright, let's see. Do they enjoy that one? I don't know. I don't enjoy it, so let's get rid of it. There's not a very small toy for them, so... I guess the best we can do is a bit of fruit in a solid block. And they're now pretty happy. 72 enrichment, I'm happy with it. Okay, there we are. It would be very nice to now actually see them walk on this, but might be a long shot. Do you have drinking fountains for visitors? No, we don't have drinking fountains and stuff yet. I do have benches. There's a bench here, and on the other side too, I think. No, there's only bins on the other side, so we have 2 benches so far. And of course they can get ice cream. We're still working on incorporating more of this into the park, of course. So maybe we could do another store somewhere here where they have some room. We'll build a big square, of course, as well. But in Holland, if you walk through a zoo, you'll see stalls scattered all around the zoo with only 1 or 2 things, like only a few drinks or only some French fries or whatever. And then there will be 2 or 3 bigger restaurant areas that they will use as well. High amounts of litter, so yeah, we'll have to work on the litter soon. But for now, we were kind of working on this area, and I kind of want to continue with that. So let's go with that now. Grassland desert, yep. Because what I want to put in at the moment is mulch. Because we want to have some nice, good, very healthy, great soil. Can fill the rest of the areas in later. Yeah, that's all good. Oops. I think I have to slightly move it. They bring their own beer. That's beer cats. Yeah, that might be something slightly different than meerkats, but... Alright, beer cats. That'll be an interesting new animal. They really bring their own beer, though, because I'm not paying for their beer. Okay, well, we'll do these areas later. We're trying to do the bigger areas now first. Get the mulch in. We can start to... decorate this up at some point. Of course, right now you really see all the edges and stuff, but later on you won't see that anymore, so don't worry about it. Once we put in plants and such, you don't see this kind of stuff anymore. Just trying to cover some big areas with this. And then we can use the smaller pieces for the smaller areas. I just like it way better when you have dark soil underneath your plants. It's just somehow... For me, at least, it works better. What's your opinion on that, people? Do you like it better when you have, like, the green grass underneath and then put in plants? Or using the nice dark munched, or whatever it's called. Mulch, sorry. Mulch soil to put your plants in. Somehow this always, to me, looks more like natural. Like, this looks like real... earth, real soil. But that could also be a thing where you come from. Like for me in the Netherlands, this is what soil looks like. Like you can see it underneath here. You can see the contrast where there's the little openings. And I think that really works better. But that's, of course, just my opinion. So, yeah, what's yours? Oops, we have to not get entangled into those trees. I didn't try to move that. I wanted to copy and then move it. Okay, let's rotate it a bit. I like the dark soil better, it gives more contrast. Yeah. I need to have an adult part only, closed for kids under 18. And what kind of animal would you prefer me to put in there, dear Cooper? I mean, now I'm curious. What animal did you have in mind for there? Or is it now the case in Sweden that if you want to go see the big red butt baboon, that you actually have to be over 18? I mean, that could be a thing, but I don't think that's ever happening in my zoo. Okay, let's rotate it a bit more. Sometimes it's really hard to get the right rotation, but there we are. Okay, let's now fill up these little gaps. Nope, I want to do it like this with the Z because that's faster. Okay. Still have to think about the fencing here though with the flamingos. I'm still not 100% happy with how that looks and also how it fits in with the rest. So that will be a work in progress at some point. So we'll see. For now it's okay. But you never know what happens later on in the game when we get further and further. And I must say, I do really enjoy the fact that this is slow building now. Normally I would get really stressed, like, oh, I'm already 2 hours streaming. I need to get this done. I need to get that done. And now I'm just like, well, you know, it's announced. This is slow building. So I'm just taking my time. And I hope you all enjoy still. But this is just better for me to just take my time a bit and make sure everything works. Thank you so much for subscribing. Michaela Vargas, that is so much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. I hope you are enjoying the stream. I know I am enjoying this very much, but I hope you are too. Alright, it is time to put some nice bushes and stuff in here. And I was thinking about something that actually is around this height. So not to obstruct the view of these people, but we need to give this area some nature and some nice stuff. So let's go to bushes. Try and find something that can fit in this area that will actually look okay. Doesn't have to look perfect, it just needs to look okay. Slightly higher than this, I guess. Oh, well, this could actually be something. And then, ooh, this is pretty nice size. So that we give this some nature and... Alright, let's keep looking for a bit until we're happy. Oops, didn't want to do... Ooh, now that might be slightly too high. Yeah. Oh, this is better. Okay. Some of this is pretty big. But we need to give it some nature and then... But in a way that they can still look a bit over it. So that they can see from here. I hope you've got room to do a jungle. I know it's massive. With a jungle, do you mean like a jungle area where we can then put also the jungle habitats and stuff? Something like that? I mean, that could be a lot of fun, so... I wouldn't know why we wouldn't do that. All right, we also have white sage. Ooh, I kind of like this plant, I think. I think this will be very good for this area. If soil is dark, you know it is a bad idea to dig there because somebody could be already buried there. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, then it wouldn't be okay for me to dig anywhere in my garden because I have dark soil everywhere in my garden. I do know that in the top layer there's nobody buried, and underneath there, the top layer, well, you know, underneath the top layer there is mostly rubble that is used as a filler many years ago to fill up the area, so I don't think I would have that problem. Alright, I want to use some other greens on the outside of this, but I think this will do as a nice filler type bush idea. So this can be a thick row of bushes, and then we can do other greens around this, I think. This seems to be a nice way to kind of fill up this area. Okay. You don't bring your work home. No. I don't think my work would like it if I brought them home. Plus, it's not really supposed to happen that at the end of a funeral, somebody's still basically there and... No, so I don't do that. No, I don't bring my work home. Alright. So there's some form of greens here now. Kind of feels like we need to shape this up a little bit. Okay, so there's a whole row of bushes. Should probably put something different here and then flowers in the front. Or just fill it up completely with these bushes. That's probably the best anyway. Alright, let's go. It's the right height, okay. Change the height a bit, but yeah, this should be okay. Maybe we should do the outliner first now. No, I didn't want to change the height. I want to change the rotation. So yeah, this should be the outline. And then we can do some other colorful plant or bush around it. And as you can see, you can just put these in each other a bit. You just rotate them every now and then. It'll give them the different look that you want. So don't worry too much about putting stuff in there. Different bushes for some height difference. Yeah, but the thing is, we want the people to be able to look over this. So that might be a problem if we do that. I'll give it a try. What I kind of want is people come into the zoo. You walk right here. And you want to be able to see what's out there already a bit. But you also want a lot of nature and get the ideas of bushes. And I think this is actually making that work at the moment. And then when you get out here we should probably do some other bushes and flowers and stuff. At least that's the idea. So that's what I'm trying. And then I guess when I'm done, we can see if it worked out or not. Look like one sea of green. Yeah, I think we might be able to maybe put 1 or 2 trees in there then. But very small. That could also work, just to break it up. So we put in 1 or 2 trees with a little bit of a bigger stem. So that it will break it up, but it will still look nice. I don't know. I think I don't want to go with bushes now. I think we need some nice flower in here, but this is not what I want. Yeah, we already used that one. This will kind of give it a different color, but we also use that one. On one way, or on one end, we have a lot of bushes in here. And sometimes, on the other hand, I'm like, I need more choice of bushes. And I need other shapes. Like, this is round, so how can we make this look very nice if everything is round? That's a struggle sometimes. That's the bramble bush. I think we used that one already, too. I always forget what we did and did not use yet. This will give some nice different coloring to the place, though. I mean, this is definitely a different color. If we put it in the full sunshine, this kind of makes it look very much different. So this could definitely be one to go with. Decoration is always nice. I think so. Everyone who would have seen my Ostrov towns now, I totally do love decoration. Yeah. Well, I think in Ostrov, if you don't do a lot of decorations, that's probably not that bad because it's about town building and stuff. But for me, in a game like this, decorations play a pretty big role. And I think in a lot of ways, decorations can make or break your zoo sometimes. And I don't mean anything bad by, like, if you don't do a lot of decorations, then you just build an ugly zoo. No, I'm not saying that. You can build very nice zoos with not that much decoration. But, just a second as I place these. As we have done here with the signs, I'm not a big fan of the signs, but this were the only one for ice cream. The signs, the little guest rails, the bin and stuff. It does really add to the whole feel and making it lively and stuff. And that's what I mean with the decorations. If you take that all away, it will look a lot different. Like, this area without any decorations in the middle doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't look half as nice as one with actual decorations in the middle. So it does mean something and it does add to it. Especially in a game like this. And I think in games like Ostrov and such, it is also really nice to build decorations. That's why I built them. And if you're following my somewhat historic town, it's not a historic town, but somewhat historic town build, a town that could maybe exist somewhere or have existed at any time, decorations are a big part of it. And I also do like that about it, that you can add those decorations in and have a great deal of fun with it. And it does make a difference that I have trees in certain places. And so yeah, for me it does add a lot to a game like that. But I guess it also quite depends on how you play the game and what your goal is with the game and such. So I would be the last to judge if you don't do like a lot of decorations and stuff. But I think also sometimes maybe you don't really think about decorations and you're like, oh, I don't really care about that and stuff. I think, at least that's what I got back from a lot of people that never really use decorations and then at some point start using them, that you actually do get a nice feel of it. So, alright, well this adds some color, but it's not crazy. And it already breaks the sea of green a bit. And now I think if we place 2 trees in here, that will make it look even better. But we'll have to find trees, of course, that might fit there. So let's filter on trees. So yeah, I think you're right, Rodok. We need to break the sea of green. find the right tree. Oh, wow. For that. But all in all, I think it doesn't look that bad so far. Ooh, the black poplar tree. It's pretty big, though. Oh, that's a tree that we have on this side, too. So that might actually work in a sense that... see, that's the tree that we have there, too. Alright, let's go find if there's a different one. If not, we can always go back to that one. Oh, that's a very small tree. That's a huge tree. Why is there nothing in the middle? Why does it have to be super small or super big? Oh, I think this might be slightly too high. So we lower it a bit. I think this will... No, it doesn't fit with the green that we have. That is something. You have to make sure it goes with the green that we have. Have to put this up to the normal level, then all the trees will be leveled normally. And I kind of wanted to create a bit of shade, I think. Well, unless I intend to get arty-farty. Yeah, we did think the same thing, which is nice, nice. I don't know. Needs a redwood. Do we have that? California redwood? Yeah. Nah. I don't think so. Giant red cedar. Yeah, sorry, they're a bit too big. They're a bit too big for my taste. Palm trees, I don't think so. Himalayan pine. Interesting. Well, these bushes seem like they're pretty dry, so this would be nice. But I guess I kind of want a tree that maybe has a bit of the same coloring. Ooh, this is nice though. Very big tree. I think this will actually fit in here though. As a type of tree. I mean, they're huge, but it does break it up, and it breaks the sea of green. And you can still look through it. You can still enjoy all of the stuff that you see here. So yeah, I think this is okay. I think this is okay. We have a lot of greens and decorations already. Wow. And I like that it follows the path. It really gives you the extra feel of a natural curved path that goes around. I like it. I like it. Okay, so far we have built, I'll unpause so that we get some action, the lemur habitat, which is out here now. And, or the meerkats, sorry. They're just roaming around, having fun in their new habitat. Ooh, Bata the meerkat is having offspring. That's nice, that's nice. Kinda hope they don't dig a hole out of their habitat, but they should not. Would be nice if you just see a meerkat pop up in this one. So that's what we made. And we made some decorations at the entrance area here. So this does now look way better than it did, I think. And we built the ice cream place here and decorated it up and have it all ready. So I'd say we did an okay job so far today. We had a lot of fun, and I think this is also going to be the end of this stream then. Right now, if we take a look at our starting area, from the moment people enter the zoo area until they get all the way up here, this area is all decorated up. They can watch animals, they can have fun. So I like that. We're still going to have to work on this area, put some of the keeper stuff in here and close this off and make sure that this is only accessible for the keepers. Put some sort of a deco up there, I think. But so far, I'm pretty happy with what we've got. And we'll just continue on next week. I mean, Starting to have a nicely decorated animal happy zoo. What messages do we have? High amounts of litter, no donation boxes, and many guests think tickets are underpriced. Well, we'll fix that next time. Alright, 2 hours, 23 minutes. I think that's a nice one. I'll be having a few very, very busy days with working in the house here, doing lots and lots of painting. I already completely cleared out Little One's room and did some prep work, so I'm going to start tomorrow with the renovation of Little One's room. But I will also try to put in some extra streams, so Tuesday evening there might be an extra stream for me. And of course I will be there Wednesday. And then the rest of the week we'll see. I'll be there Friday and Sunday as well. So all of the regular streams will be there. And I will try to put in 1 or 2 extra streams this week. For now, let me just say thank you very much for being here. It is much appreciated. I hope you all enjoyed. And I wish you all a fantastic week. Have a great time. Make sure you take care. Stay healthy. And thanks so much for all the nice words. Thanks for the inspiration you all give me about which animals to pick and such. And then I would love to see you all soon again. You're all amazing people. And I really appreciate all of you a lot. Thanks so much for the fun. And I will see you all soon. For now, it is bye-bye. Zwaai zwaai. Later all.